Hi everyone, it's Robin. Welcome back to my channel. So this is kind of a spur of the moment video. I was checking my comments this morning on some videos, and I had a question from a viewer named Marlene Perez, and her question was basically if she had to choose one. She has been eyeballing both the Louis Vuitton Noe and the Louis Vuitton Deauville, whatever. And she knows that I have both. And so would I be willing to kind of give her my opinions on the bag as they compare to each other? And sorry, I'm filming in a different area today because it's kind of gray and gnarly outside, and my lighting in my downstairs is bad to begin with. And then when you throw in gray weather, it's just ridiculous. And if my camera shakes a lot, I apologize. If you guys could see my setup right now, you would die. I have my my phone, which I film on because I'm classy with a K. My phone, which I film on, is on a tripod that I got off of Amazon, which is resting on a roasting tin, which is resting on a Monopoly board game, which is resting on a Cluedo board game, and that whole hot mess is resting on 2 boxes that I use to store shawls and scarves. Yeah, so living the dream. Anyway, so ignore the background, ignore the foreground, and here we go. So her questions were, if she could only have one of the 2 bags, which would I choose? And that's hard. That's like the Sophie's choice of handbags, because I love them both, but I use them very differently. Really quick, this is for those of us playing along at home, this is the Noe, whatever. I know right now Ashley's like, dear God, Robin, like, sort out your Vachetta, and I'm like, bye-bye. And I have mine tied with a Louis Vuitton bandeau. This is the Comics in taupe. This is a shoulder bag. I could make the shoulder strap a little bit shorter, but I won't because I don't wanna. And then this is the Deauville, and that is obviously, as you can see, it is a arm, a crook of the arm or a hand-carried bag. And that is my gorgeous Harrods Bear, hashtag TRA. Ashley knows exactly what I'm talking about, so does Trina. Anyway, but like I said, 2 very different bags. I would say the first thing you need to consider if you were comparing these 2 bags and trying to decide what to get, the first thing that you would need to consider would be your lifestyle. Are you, I think she said she lives in New York City. So my first question would be, do you take a lot of public transport or walk around a lot, or are you in a car? If you were walking a ton and that's a concern and weight is a concern, I would probably go Noe, because it's a shoulder bag, and the more you pack it, obviously the heavier it gets. Thank you, Captain Obvious. And so having that option to go over your shoulder is nice. Also, because it's over your shoulder, but you can shorten the straps, you can tuck it so that it's kind of under your arm. So there's a little bit more security when you're out and about. The other great thing about this bag is it holds everything. So here's the bag, and I'm gonna shove in the large makeup bag, and a Kindle, and a mini pochette, and a pair of sunglasses. And if you wear them, you know that the Chanel sunglasses are sizable. And another smaller, I think this was taken off of a bucket bag like 312 years ago. I don't have the bucket bag, but somehow I managed to hold on to that. And let me find a shawl. And a shawl. Okay, and that's, you can see there's still a ton of room in there. You can see how much. And I could still tuck things down the side. I could easily put a couple of water bottles in here. If you were a mama and you had like a toddler or a baby, and let's say you nursed and so you don't need all of the paraphernalia that goes along with bottle feeding, if you're literally just looking to put like a change of clothes and like a little pouch with diapers and wipes, you're good. You're totally golden. So if you have a casual lifestyle and you're looking for a casual bag that holds a lot, you could definitely do worse than something like this. And you do have the option of, you can cinch this tighter to make this a little bit more closed, but it tucks into your arm, so I've never had a problem. And the other thing is all your valuables would be at the bottom of the bag. So somebody's really gonna have to be like legitimately a good pickpocket to be able to get all the way to the bottom of your bag without you knowing. So that is the Noe, and how I feel about it. I love this bag. I've had it. It's my first. This was my first Louis Vuitton bag. So it'll always hold a special place in my heart anyway, but I find it to be a really good casual bag. But it's not a dressy bag by any stretch. So there you go. Now they do that in an epi leather that will be a lot more expensive and it's a lot heavier, but I wouldn't go as far as to call it like a smart casual, but then I think this can be smart casual as well. If you're wearing it with like, you know, a nice pair of jeans and like a tucked in white, you know, crisp shirt and, you know, but it depends on your lifestyle. This is the Deauville, whatever. This is actually luggage. It's a piece of travel luggage. It is meant to hold toiletry. It's a toiletry bag. It comes with a luggage tag, to give you an idea. It is legit luggage. And is there something in there? Oh, it's the bear. He's being noisy. So you can see all of the stuff it holds. See, God, the lighting is so bad. See these loops? These were meant to hold bottles like shampoo, conditioner, lotion, and hold them upright in the bag for you. Here's what I love about this bag. It has these little pouches. This pouch is around 9 centimeters deep. This I want to say is about 20. It quite happily holds a Louis Vuitton wallet. The average wallet quite happily holds a pochette. My neighbor just walked by and is looking at me, thinks I'm insane. Well, I mean I am, but whatever. Now, the smaller one will hold a pochette, but I feel like it's a little too exposed and it's too close to the zipper. So if it was me and, you know, and it is me, this is my bag, I would definitely put it in the longer little pouch. What I like about that is that A, it means that your most often grabbed items are sort of tucked away. And if you remember that the small pockets are on the written, you know, the side with the stamp, you know, you can kind of always situate your bag so that when you open it, you have your stuff at the ready and you're ready to go. And what that does is it leaves the bottom of your bag open for other items that you can stack. You can put this, however, though, in one of those. I know I generally do because when I need my sunglasses, I don't want to be, you know, messing around, and plus it just keeps them out of the way. And you know, these cases are leather. I want it to stay as nice as long as possible, so I slip it in there. I will slip a key clay in one of those so that it's always available. Gum. You know, if you do use this was my diaper bag. So pacifiers are what do they call them here? Dummies, I think they call my hair. You guys, it's bad today. It's really frizzy and fluffy and fro-y, and I don't mean that in a mean way. Like total Jew-fro going on. So whatever. Yeah. Deauville. This, just by virtue of the kind of bag it is, it's a little bit more of a, again, this would be a smart casual bag, I would say, because, you know, it's an arm carry. You can still totally fit, though, the same amount of stuff that I showed you in the Noe, but you can fit more on top of what I showed you in the Noe. On top of what I showed you, including the scarf that I had, You could, on top of that, throw a kid's cardigan or two, a toy, clothes, shoes. You know, if you're down, you want to throw shoes in your purse. You know, no judgment. This one, because it's more of a rigid bag, a little bit harder to do. The other thing I should note, because this is luggage, excuse me, it has built-in D-rings, and you can buy a shoulder strap. So if you wanted to wear this crossbody like a bandolier, or over your shoulder like a Noe or a bandolier, doing it that way, a Speedy Bee, you could absolutely do that, and it would sort of probably casual it out a little bit, if you know what I mean. So I would say that this bag, the Deauville, is a little bit more versatile. And yeah, so I guess it's probably not as much of a Sophie's choice as I thought. If you said to me right now, you have to choose between the two bags, or you could only rebuy one or whatever, I would probably go with the Deauville. Just because I think it's, well, several reasons. It's gotten a little bit more popular to use as a handbag, but for a long time it was fully under the radar as a handbag, and it was used as a toiletry bag. So constantly I would walk around, people would be like, oh my gosh, what bag is that? And I'd be like, yeah, this is luggage. But it was, like I said, it was my diaper bag. And the reason I chose it was, well, several things. First of all, the inside is like a, is it canvas? Must be. I think it's, you can wipe it. I'm not going to get into what it is, because some well-meaning person will definitely school me down in the comments. I'm so awesome. But you can wipe it, is what it boiled down to. So I thought to myself, okay, if I can wipe it down, that means that if I were to put something that had been like a bib or something that had been spit on or whatever, it's not going to retain odor, it's not going to stain, I'm going to be able to just wipe it out. And that indeed has been the case. The other thing that I liked was I was able to fit like diapers and wipes and stuff when they were really little in there. And then after that, I had like a little pouch that went in there. And then things like my wallet. So the inside was you know, baby central. And then in here I had like my wallet and my keys and a water bottle and all those things. It wasn't my only baby bag. This was like if I was going in the car and we were going somewhere like for us, like, you know, maybe dinner or a short afternoon. If I had like a full-on day going, I had like I had one of the large Longchamp, the Le Pliage bags, and I would just shove that thing full of just everything. But I am not the Winnie the Pooh mommy diaper bag kind of girl. And I figured to myself that at the time, the way I rationalized this is I looked at it and I was pretty sure that I could carry it afterwards as a handbag, and I was absolutely right. And yeah, so I guess that's it. I hope I've answered all your questions, Marlene. Of the two, based on my lifestyle, I think I'd still probably go with the Deauville. Looking back, God, that's hard, because you can carry so much more in that Noe. You know what? Your mileage is going to vary. It's sort of like you're going to have to just think about short term and long term. And so if this is a once in a lifetime purchase or a very, very big splurge, and this is not like something where you're going to buy, you know, 1 or 2 Louis Vuittons a year or whatever, and this is something that's going to be like a big deal, and believe me, this is a big deal. Don't necessarily think about your life in the here and now. Think about your life 5-10 years from now, because these bags, I mean, like I said, you know, my Noe is 17 years old, 15 years old, whatever. It's 16 years old. I mean, that, and it's still carried on the, you know, obviously it's still relevant because you're asking me about it. So think long term, because short term, if you were looking for something to go out for the afternoon with your kids, you can get something sort of less expensive, like a Le Pliage, or, you know, just any little rucksack or something from Target. It doesn't even matter. Think, you know, when my kids are much older, or you know, when I'm no longer carrying all of their stuff, which am I going to want to carry on a more regular basis, and which one am I going to be happier with? And then the last question, do I truly want a shoulder bag or do I want a hand carried bag? This one though, because you can buy that strap, is probably the best of both worlds. So ask them if you do go into the store and try them, and I strongly suggest you do, because bags will surprise you. I never thought that I was into the Neverfull, and then I went in and I tried one on and I was like, I don't know how I have lived my entire life without this bag. And I took they tried to give me a different one. I said, no, I want this one because this is my bag. Really try them on. Don't feel like you're wasting anybody's time. Don't feel pressured to buy right then and there. This is what they do. So try it on, ask to see the shoulder strap with this, ask, carry it with, carry it without, take pictures, send them to everybody, and go from there. So I hope this has been helpful. If I can answer any more questions about this particular situation or anything else, do let me know. I'm happy to answer questions and give you my opinion on all things Louis. So everybody else, take care, and I'll see you guys all soon. Bye.